everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking you through a video that we decided to make on what to bring in your park bags when you're going to the parks.
If you've not been to the parks before, I think that it's really hard to know what to bring. A lot of the stuff that we're bringing is because we've made the mistakes before and we've been caught out, and it's just like kind of trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I hope that we have managed to accumulate some helpful little tips so that you don't make the same mistakes we have in the past, and that you're well equipped to tackle the parks and the heat and everything that comes between that.
Yeah, because although it's a theme park, believe me, you are in these parks for like sometimes 12 hours. That's a long time to be like quite far from where you're staying, so you really do have to be prepared. Yeah,
it depends on how tough a cookie you are as well, whether you're spending 12 hours there or not.
Yeah.
It can be pretty draining, a Disney holiday. Don't ever go and expect to feel super refreshed when you come back.
Yeah, gosh, no. I was shattered when we got back. Okay, so shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's go. So item number 1.
Ponchos.
Ponchos, yeah, absolutely vital. Whether it's the middle of winter where you don't want to get rained on because it's cold, or it'll enable you to go on a water ride, or it could be the middle of summer when it rains at more or less every day at 4 o'clock for half an hour or something, and you want to have a poncho for those times.
Yeah, we were not prepared when we went in September. And the weather it kept stopping raining and raining again, and so yeah, we didn't know what to do. We went out without any kind of rain jacket and ended up having to spend $14 each on a poncho. And although it was cute, it's not worth $14 each.
Yeah, exactly. So buy them before you go.
These were £1 for 2.
And they're from Poundland.
Yeah, so...
which is a shop we have in the UK, but I'm sure you have somewhere in America that you can get nice, cheap ponchos to take with you. It'll save you like... at least sort of $13 odd on what you pay in the park, I assume. So. Yeah,
so just absolutely mad. These were great.
Bargain.
What a face. Let's pop those in the bag.
Pop those. Is that something we're doing? I like that.
Let's pop them in the bag. We've got to make sure it fits. We don't want to be bringing like a suitcase with us.
That's a good idea.
So item number 2.
Water bottles.
These are so important to remember to pack yourselves. We last year were paying $3 a bottle for the first few days of our trip, and then we went to Publix for something else, and it was $5.50 for 32.
So then we were pretty well stocked for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, we really stocked up.
We stored them in a mini bar fridge and took them out every morning with us. At least 2 bottles, sometimes we'd take 4.
Yeah.
Gets pretty hot in the summer, you need to drink as much as you can. But absolutely take your own water with you. It'll save you money. If you're there for 2 weeks or something, and you're paying $6 a day each per person, then by paying that, was it $5 in Publix?
$5.50, yeah.
$5.50 for how many?
32.
So then, I mean, you're essentially saving the best part of $70, is that right?
Yeah, 2 bottles, you couldn't even... was more expensive in the park than 32.
Tips.
Yeah. Go on then, stick those in.
Oh, in the bag. In the bag!
We've got to make sure this fits. This is a really small bag.
It is a small bag.
This is not our usual bag. Ours is in the garage, but this is a 10-litre bag, so we're showing you how much you can get in a small space.
Don't bring a big bag.
No.
No, it gets too cumbersome.
Yeah.
So the third item we're bringing with us is...
a medicine bag.
Which is in fact items, not item.
Lots of items.
But yeah, it's really important to bring like a, not a serious med kit with you, but things like, for example, tissues, hand sanitizer, is this... hydrocortisone if you get like a sun rash or something like that.
Bitten.
Or bitten by mosquitoes while you're out watching some fireworks or something.
They're my favourites.
Oh no. Some Disney princess band-aids, I can't remember what they're called in the UK. Plasters. Forgot my own version of English. Some hand cream, because you'll be surprised, being out and about in the parks all day, you're either washing your hands a lot, because you're nipping in and out of the loo, or touching, the sides of rides, and then you're hand sanitizing or something like that. And plus, when it's hot, you just sort of dry out a little bit. So it's good to have some hand cream with you. And for the ladies, this was important for you last time, so you can say this.
My hairband.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, a hairband. If you guys watched the video, I don't know what day it was, but it was like the hottest day. And at one point my hair was, because it's curly naturally, was out here, and I was like a hot mess. And you, what did you tie around for me? Like a piece of pampas grass.
Yeah, we call it pampas grass. I wonder if Americans call it pampas grass. But yeah, so Emma really wanted to tie her hair up, and there was nothing around, so we were waiting in the queue. So I peeled off a bit of pampas grass and tied it around her hair.
It was amazing.
It worked, and I felt like Bear Grylls. But
Yeah.
Bring a hairband.
Just bring
it's
a
classier.
hairband. So into the bag it goes. It looks big, but it's really not. And this could be smaller if I'd put it in, better. So the next item that we think is really important is sun cream.
Sun cream.
This is obviously huge. You don't need to bring one quite this big, but when you're in the sun, you really do need to keep protected. We usually use a once a day, but it is important when the sun is really hot to just, apply once or twice a day.
Yeah, especially and it's kind of gross, but if you're going on water rides, obviously washing it off. If you're in a water park, you're obviously washing it off.
Yeah.
But you actually sweat it off too.
Yeah, that's true.
When it is absolutely baking. Try and get a nice light one. A nice light one that sits on your skin a little nicer, because otherwise, as I say, you do sweat off quite rapidly, because it's quite humid, like 80% plus, and mid-30s in kind of temperature in the summer, so it's pretty intense.
Yeah. This one we got in Australia, but we usually use the Calypso once a day, and I would highly, highly recommend that. The 40 or the 50, you're still going to get a tan because it's hot, but it's just so good. The last thing you want is on day 2 of your holiday to get burnt, and then you've got like 12 more days of just being red, especially if you're filming and you're peeling and you're uncomfortable. So just don't bother. Get Factor 40 or 50, and enjoy your holiday.
Yeah. Into the bag. We do need a little theme song for that, don't we? So item number 5 is...
Ziploc bags.
It's hard to get really excited about Ziploc bags, I'll be honest, but they're really important. They're good for compartmentalising phones when going on a water ride, for example.
Keeping them dry.
Yeah, or if you've got yourself a snack or something, I don't know, it might be a sandwich, it might be, a sort of biscuit or cookie or something like that. Or even a croissant from a Joffrey's or something like that, in which case it's quite flaky and you only half finish it, so you can stick it in a Ziploc bag. Which is pretty useful, really. They do come in handy. They have their use for sure. Yeah,
these are really good, especially if you're filming and you've got loads of stuff you don't want to get wet, like your memory cards, your camera, your phone, snacks.
Snacks.
Snacks was a good one.
Yes.
Because everything in Disney World, even snacks, are like huge. I have like a family of 5, so these are great.
Yeah, they are really important. If you think you can get away with not bringing them, bring them anyway. You'll find a use for them at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. So item number 6 is...
passports!
Or more specifically...
photocopies of passports.
Yes, definitely don't bring these into the parks like we did.
It's a risk.
Yeah. But in America, you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, and although we are 25, you still get ID'd. I get ID'd in England. And it's just really helpful to have your ID with you. We did originally bring these with us, and a woman in Animal Kingdom was like, "Whoa, no, don't do that. Just bring a photo or a printout so you don't lose it."
Yeah, I think that only applies if you're not American. If you're American, you need your driver's license or something like that. But they mentioned if you're from anywhere else in the world, look how warm that is. Yay, travellers. So if you're from anywhere else in the world, then you need to photocopy of these is all you'll need, and they'll take that for you.
Yeah, because your English driver's license is rubbish to them. They don't care about it.
Yeah, exactly. Item number 7 is...
portable chargers and cables.
Massively important, come in handy for us for many, many reasons. If you're taking photos all day, videos all day, if you're vlogging all day, if you're playing Pokemon Go because you're an absolute nerd freak, then it comes in handy for all of those things. And for an app that we're going to talk about later, if you're using that all day, that's going to drain your battery as well.
Yes, that's true.
So it's super important to have something like this, which we got on Amazon for... how much was it? I
think like £25.
Yeah, I was going to say 28 quid or something like that. If you can see the little lights on there, so it's currently charged 3 out of 4, and each one of these batteries will charge an iPhone 7 twice. So you can basically get 4 charges per phone out of it, I believe.
It's incredible.
That's pretty good. Yeah. It doesn't take too long to charge. It's also got multiple ports here, so you can charge 2 phones at once. And there's a light on it which I forget how to use, but
Oh, yeah.
if you need to light something up, it's a massive torch. You could just use your phone with the light, but yeah, so it's a really useful item. I highly recommend.
We also have, for the chargers, these 3-meter long cables from Amazon, which is really helpful because we can put the charger in here on someone's back, and we can both be plugged in if we're in a long queue or if we're walking alongside each other, catching Pokemon like we were last time. They're just really helpful. So item number 8 is
the Disney My Experience application for mobile devices.
Thanks. So this is so helpful for the park. So these flags tell you how long the queues are for each ride. You can also go in and view your fast passes. You can add more fast passes once you've done the 3 that you've booked before.
Top tip. Go into that a little bit. That's a great tip, that one.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't seem to realise that once you've used up all of the pre-booked fast passes for that day, you then can go in and keep getting more and more fast passes. So for some days in September, for us, it wasn't very busy, and we literally just got fast passes all day for a lot of rides, and
Yeah.
it's so good.
Like the Toy Story one
Yes,
in
Toy
Hollywood
Story
Studios,
Mania.
we would hammer that. We'd get a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania, and then probably Tower of Terror or something like that. And then once those 3 were used, we'd basically just keep getting fast passes for each one.
Yeah,
And
it was so good.
it was a really good technique. So that's something that you should use. So this app is ultra handy.
Yes. Oh, and also really good for amending and booking and cancelling restaurants as well. So, yeah.
We recommend getting it on a phone, but the iPad's bigger, so you
Yes.
can see it easier.
Yeah,
So.
but yeah, great app.
To the bag!
Definitely not bringing that with us.
The next item is
A hat.
a hat. Hats are obviously, great for keeping. The next item is
A hat.
a hat. So hats are obviously a must, really, for everybody that doesn't want to get sunburnt on their nose.
Yeah.
When you're wearing your sunglasses as well, especially if they're reflecting that sunlight, it's always going to hit your nose and you're going to end up with a super red nose. So it's really nice to get a hat just to keep that extra bit of sun off of your nose and the rest of your face. Otherwise, it might look a bit silly, but you could always turn it backwards if you've got a bit of sunburn on your neck or whatever as well. So
Yeah.
really useful for just sort of practical purposes more than anything.
Yeah. And also, this hat is just the coolest hat for a girl, because sometimes it's like, do I stop getting burnt or do I wear my ears? And you pick your ears. These have ears and a hat. What protection and fun at the same time.
My goodness.
So the 10th and final item on this list,
Sunglasses.
glasses. I cannot imagine going to Disney World and forgetting my glasses.
No, B.
Oh my goodness.
Game changer.
It's just so bright. Yeah, you just can't forget them. So we always keep them, if we don't need them in the mornings because it's, too early, we'll just make sure that we've got them in our cases, in our bags, but I guess usually they're just, you keep them on you, don't you?
Yeah, and in Florida as well, you get a lot of this sort of what feels like a sandstone type colour sidewalks.
Oh, that's true.
So a lot of this will glare off the floor. It will kill your eyes. It really will.
Yeah.
And if you're going anywhere near the Floridian, even at night, you're going to need a pair of shades.
That is true. Though.
That thing's bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of quite reflective colours, and sunglasses will just make you not have to walk around like this all day.
Yeah. We'll put these in our bags, and then I will give that bag to Jacob to carry until he complains about it in the box.
Happy days. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. And these have been our top tips of what to pack in your park bag.
We really hope you found these tips helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe, because we have lots of Disney videos coming up. Obviously, our trip is so soon now. Yeah, it's not really soon, but it's sooner than it was last
Relatively
April.
soon, yeah. No, it's getting closer, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Toodles.